Title L, How to Make a Woman Desire You Even If She's Not Interested. Intro hook, you cannot beg for desire. You cannot talk a woman into wanting you. Desire is not logical. It's primal. It rises in the silence between words, in the mystery between your eyes and hers. And when you understand this, you stop chasing and start drawing. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not about manipulation. It's about presence. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands attention without asking for it. Master your stillness. Most men chase. They talk too much, move too fast, reveal too soon. They mistake noise for connection and attention for affection. But power doesn't exist in movement. It lives in restraint. When you are calm, composed, and unbothered, you radiate something rare: control. Control over your emotions, control over your impulses, control over how much of yourself you choose to reveal. That kind of presence doesn't go unnoticed. It's magnetic. A woman feels it long before she understands it. Your silence speaks louder than words. It tells her you are not seeking approval. You are observing. You are centered. Stillness creates tension, a subtle, invisible pull. She starts to wonder what's behind those eyes. What is he thinking? Why isn't he trying to impress me? And that's when curiosity begins to bloom, because desire is not born from what's known. It's born from mystery. Stillness gives her space to lean in, to reach for your attention instead of you handing it to her. It makes her chase something she can't easily define. Your calmness becomes a mirror that reflects her own chaos. And deep down, she feels safe, yet challenged in your energy. So stop filling every silence with words. Stop explaining who you are. Let her feel you in the quiet. Let her imagination do the work, because when you master stillness, you don't pursue desire, you provoke it. Don't try to impress her. Impress yourself. The moment you try to impress her, you lose power. Because when you perform for validation, you place her opinion above your truth. And a man who needs approval has already surrendered his masculine energy. Women can feel when a man is performing. They can feel when he's trying too hard, changing his tone, exaggerating his stories, seeking laughter, approval, or attention. But real attraction is never born from performance. It's born from authenticity. You impress yourself first by keeping your word, by mastering your craft, by standing firm in your values, even when no one is watching. When you live this way, your presence shifts. You stop chasing validation and start radiating direction. She will sense that energy, not because you're showing off, but because your focus is no longer on her, it's on your mission. And that's what draws her in, because deep down, a woman desires a man who belongs to something greater than her, his purpose. You don't attract through effort. You attract through alignment. When your life moves with discipline and vision, she begins to respect you before she even understands why. So stop trying to prove your worth to her. Prove it to yourself daily through your consistency, your boundaries, your quiet confidence. The man who is proud of his reflection doesn't need anyone else's applause. Remember, the loudest flex isn't words or possessions. It's peace. It's presence. It's the calm certainty of a man who doesn't need to be seen because he already knows who he is. Make her feel seen. Not worship. Desire fades the moment you start to worship her. A woman doesn't crave a servant. She craves a mirror. Someone who can see through her layers, acknowledge her essence, and still remain unmoved. Most men confuse attention with connection. They shower her with compliments, texts, gifts, and endless validation, hoping she'll return the affection. But all that does is expose need. And need kills desire. Women are drawn to men who see them, not men who chase them. When you look at her, really look, you're not admiring beauty. You're reading her silence, noticing her tone, feeling her energy. You make her feel understood, not idolized, because the truth is a woman doesn't want to be placed above you. She wants to stand beside you, worship her, and she feels pressure. Understand her, and she feels peace. Your power lies in balance, to care without attachment, to listen without losing yourself, to appreciate without surrendering your frame. When you can hold her gaze and remain grounded in your energy, you give her something most men can't: emotional safety. Not the safety of control, but the safety of presence. So when you speak, let your words carry weight. When you listen, let it be with depth, but never let her beauty distract you from your path. See her clearly, but see yourself first. Because when a woman feels seen by a man who doesn't need her, she starts to crave his understanding. And that craving, that subtle longing for your awareness, is where true desire begins. Masculine power is not declared, it's felt. It's in the silence before you speak. It's in the way you move through a room without rushing. It's in the weight of your presence, not the volume of your voice. Too many men try to convince a woman with words. They talk about their plans, their goals, their confidence, but real power doesn't need to explain itself. It vibrates through your energy, and energy never lies. When your posture is steady, your tone is calm, your eyes unshaken, you communicate something deeper than speech. You say, I am in control, not of her, but of yourself. This energy commands respect. It shifts the dynamic instantly because a woman doesn't just listen to what you say. She feels who you are. Your words might interest her, but your energy either draws her in or drives her away. So cultivate presence. When you walk, walk with intention. When you sit, sit with composure. When you speak, speak slowly as if every word must earn its place, because the man who moves with purpose creates a gravitational pull around him. Confidence is not a performance. It's an aura. It comes from self-trust, from knowing that no outcome can break your center. And that kind of steadiness is rare, intoxicatingly rare. So stop trying to impress her with language. Let your energy speak first. Your silence, your focus, your calm. They'll tell her everything she needs to know. Because in the end, a woman may hear your words, but she remembers your presence. Mystery is not about hiding. It's about revealing with intention. It's the art of leaving space between what you show and what you hold back. And that space is where curiosity breathes. Most men destroy attraction by giving everything away too soon. They talk endlessly about their emotions, their struggles, their past. They think openness equals connection, but true connection is built through intrigue. A woman should sense you, not solve you. She should feel there's more to discover, that every conversation only opens another layer, never the full story. You must understand women are drawn not to what they fully understand, but to what they can't quite define. When she can't predict you, she can't control you. And what she can't control, she can't forget. Don't become a puzzle with no solution, but be a novel she can't stop reading. Show her enough truth to build trust, but keep enough mystery to keep her imagination alive, because imagination is more powerful than reality. It's where desire takes shape. Guard your inner world. Not everything deserves exposure. Your emotions, your pain, your plans, reveal them to those who earn it. That restraint creates rarity, and rarity creates value. Remember, a man who reveals too much becomes predictable. A man who reveals selectively becomes unforgettable. So let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your silence challenge her curiosity. Let her wonder what you're thinking, where your mind drifts when you look away. Because once she starts imagining you, you've already won. The mind always chases what it can't fully possess. And that's the essence of desire.